girls don't know about. Like, you know, guys don't know how to put in, like,
Tampon,
we're not even gonna get in there,
tampon,
but not in public.
tampon.
Are you nervous when I say
Guys don't know how to put in, like, we're not even
Tampon,
gonna get in.
The other thing is you want to be in a very quiet atmosphere. It can cause anxiety trying to put a tampon in for the first time. So you don't need your little brother beating on the door while you're trying to do this. So you really want to do it when it's quiet and you can be relaxed. So you can either stand with your feet apart, like shoulder width, and kind of squat, bend your knees a little bit. You can also put one foot up on the toilet seat. So you're standing with one leg straight, one leg up on the toilet seat, or you can lie down in bed with your knees bent and sort of shoulder width apart. You really need two hands in order to put the tampon in. So you're going to take one hand and separate your labia so that you can get to the vaginal opening. And so at the beginning, that's what you're going to start with. You're going to take the tampon and you're going to hold it sort of a little bit like a pencil. So you're going to hold it in between your fingers. And then you're going to insert it into the vaginal opening up until that first part of it is almost right to the edge. And then what you're going to do is you're going to hold that tampon and you're going to push the second part up. And once that's in, then you're going to pull back and the tampon will stay in. And this is what a tampon looks like without the applicator. You really need to get that applicator up through that first part, up to like that ring. Otherwise, the tampon won't be all the way in your vagina, and then it hurts and it's uncomfortable. I want to talk about the angle that you put the tampon in. So if you are sitting or lying down, your vagina is going to be more this way. You don't want to put it straight up. What you want to do is you want to put it, your vagina angles downward. So you actually want to go kind of towards your back. So you want to have almost a 45-degree angle. This is the more realistic model. And these are your labia or your lips. And so what you'll need to do is you're going to use two hands. You're going to separate your labia so that you can see your vaginal opening. And then you're going to take your tampon and you're going to angle it towards your back until you get that first part of the applicator almost all the way in. And then what you're going to do is you're going to push that second part of the applicator in. And once you get that all the way in, then you're going to remove the applicator. You're going to have a string hanging out and the tampon is going to remain in. Now, for some women, they don't like the string hanging out, and what they do is they just roll it and tuck it so that it's not hanging out. I think the two most important things are that you have to separate yourself and the angle. The angle is almost like a 45-degree angle heading towards your back. So depending on how you are, if you are sitting on the toilet, you're going to be angled a little bit more like that. If you're lying down, you're going to be like that, but you do not want to go upwards. Once you have the tampon in and you have your plastic applicator remaining, don't flush this down the toilet. It is not flushable. With all of this said and all of these directions, know that it may take you several attempts before you actually get the tampon in. So don't be discouraged. It'll happen if it's something that you really want to happen. Now, how do you get the tampon out? You pull on the string. Don't worry, it can't get lost in your vagina. The vagina is self-contained. The tampon can't go up into your uterus. It can't go anywhere else, so you'll be able to get it out. I did read online, a couple of women said that the strings pulled off the tampon while they were trying to pull it out. I've never heard of that happening, but if it does, you're going to have to take your finger and your thumb and go up and scoop it out. You can get it out. What are the dangers from using a tampon? Toxic shock syndrome is a serious complication that can happen from using a tampon. It happens when you leave a tampon in too long. It's a rare Complication, it only occurs in 1 in 100,000 women who use tampons. Know the symptoms of toxic shock. Sudden high fever, a rash that looks like sunburn, especially on your hands or feet. Stomach ache, muscle aches, facial redness, and diarrhea. Wash your hands before inserting a tampon. Change your tampon at least every 4 to 8 hours. Some people say don't leave the tampon in overnight. Toxic shock syndrome is not contagious. It is treatable if caught early. So good luck. Remember, it may take several attempts before you're successful at putting a tampon in. Now let's go to the Howl of Hope.
Guys don't know how to put
By
like,
being yourself, you put something wonderful in the world that was not there before.